Hello, welcome back to Experience Points review. Hello, and welcome to another Experience Points review of a Paizo Inc. product. This time it is. Hello, welcome to another Experience Points review of a Inc. product. Hello, hello, welcome to another Experience Points review of a Paizo Inc. product. This time it's the Critical Fumble deck, and this is. Hello, hello, welcome to an Experience Points review of. Hello, welcome to an Experience Points review of the Paizo Inc. product, Critical Fumble deck. I'm your host, Kelrick. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me on Twitter at Cormelon, or if you'd like to keep up with all things Experience Points, you can follow us at EQ Points. I'm going to be talking to you just a little bit about Paizo's Starfinder Critical Fumble deck. First, I'm going to be talking to you just a little bit about Paizo's Starfinder Critical Fumble deck. It's this one. I think it's super cute. Or you can see the picture right here of the deck with the cute little goblin with the exploding dice that's on a 1, which is what should happen anytime a dice fails you that badly. The number of times I've had a die roll 3 ones in a row, and it just has to go in timeout. And I don't know why I ever play with it again. It's ridiculous. So anyway, that's what it looks like, and that's what it looks like. First, let's define what a critical hit in Starfinder is in case you don't know, and that is Starfinder defines it as if your attack roll is a natural 1 and your attack total does not meet or exceed the target's AC, your attack is a critical miss. This deck is really handy for when the GM wants to give players an option on what could be. This deck is really handy for when a GM wants to give players an option on what could happen when a critical fumble happens, or if a group has felt that the GM has been punitive in the past. Using this deck is a really great way to rebuild trust, to show that the GM is open to maybe being less harsh, or when a group is really likes the tension of having to pull the card out of the deck and find out what happens. I mean, there is something to being said of, I don't have any idea what's coming, which is kind of fun. So, as in the case with the critical hit deck, Paizo has done a wonderful job of not having any surprises that I can find or have found that feel like gatekeeping or in some way trip up women, people of color, LGBTQIA, intersectional players into feeling unwelcome. I think the magic of inclusivity, where tools like the critical decks are concerned, is that they are so very neutral. I have a real appreciation for that. What that means for this review, though, is that I'll be talking about the cards that my husband Punderdrone and I have found that we particularly like / found amusing or interesting. So let's dive into that. The cards have their standard types, energy, kinetic, and spell. They also have the extreme option, just like the critical hit deck has. The extreme option can only be used if it matches what you did, though. So if you used a weapon that did slashing damage, the extreme option also has to state slashing, so it would be extreme slashing. Or if you did acid, it would be extreme acid. You get the idea. They have some great icons to illustrate each type, which I think is kind of cool. So they have some great icons to illustrate each type, which is kind of cool. So here are my favorites. Their titles give some nice direction for players to roleplay what happens, which is always handy when you roll a 1 and most players are just like, "Argh!" and they're more upset about it happening than trying to figure out how to roleplay it. And it's just a nice way to sort of key players to doing so. So the first fumble card we will look at is a melee card, which has the cute little sword icon on it, and it's called Too Many Straps. You're entangled in your own gear as if hit by a weapon with the Entangle Weapon's special property that is the same item level as the Fumble attack's level, which is a lot of ways of just saying that you suffer from the entangled. It's just a very precise way of saying you suffer from the entangled condition. I think we covered this in our EQP Honey Heist episode with Steph, which Steph GM'd. Um, because we went to a bear bar and we were dealing with all kinds of leather straps and harnesses and stuff, which was just kind of fun and cute. If you want to check it out, go look at our episodes. And if you want to check it out, just go look at our episodes on EQ points, and it's super cute. The next one is another melee, which is you should have stretched first. You move 2 steps down on the dexterity poison track. Core rulebook page 415 for 1d4 minutes. 1d4 minutes is forever. That could be the entire combat. And there are a couple in here where it's like you could just be affected for the entire combat if that happens to you. In this case, if you roll badly. And the other thing that is super fantastic about these cards is that they reference the core rulebook. They're like, you don't know what the dexterity poison track is, you go to page 415. If you as a GM haven't copied the poison track down, then it saves you time in just looking it up. Or if your players are looking it up, they know exactly what page, and play can continue, which is absolutely fantastic. The next one is an energy one, which has this cute little energy blast, which I love. And it is, now it's personal. You are affected for 3 rounds as if the target has successfully used the antagonized feat against you. Reference again, core rulebook page 115. Love it. The number of times during my LARPing years that this happened, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how often someone would make a misogynistic or homo-negative comment, and they became my personal mission to destroy on the battlefield. Every time we would go out there and fight during the LARP, that would be the person, if they were not on my team, that I would be going for just because it frustrated me. The next one we have here is Extreme Melee Premature Flourish. I just think the name is super cute. And the thing says, you sheath or put away your melee weapon and you can't draw it until your next turn. Who hasn't had this moment? I have accidentally hit someone's drink when I'm out clubbing with an Extreme Flourish numerous times. Of course, I was able to apologize by buying a new drink, but still, it took you away from your friends and stuff. So, yeah, I can identify is all I'm saying. It's super fun. The next one is the Extreme Sonic, Shriek Like a Wounded Squawks. All foes gain a +1 bonus to attacks made against you for 1 round. I love the Squawks pet. Love it. It's so, so cute. And having one, getting the feat and then having the Squawks gives you a surprising number of benefits. Like this pet can do a lot, which is really cool. As a matter of fact, for Season 2 of Experience Points Starfinder, my character, Thrani Ecos, has a pet Squawks. And we talked about it a little in the episode 0, but I have not yet named the pet. And so if you have some ideas before June 13th, you can just message me at Cormelon or throw it up on the @EQ Points, because I monitor that one as well. And, if I like the name, I may just name my pet Squawks, whatever you choose. So that could be cool. The next one is, and this is the second to last card, Extreme Ranged, Don't Shoot Your Eye Out. You must succeed at a reflex save or be blinded for 1 round per level. That's a huge disaster at higher levels. Anything above 7th could mean you're blinded for the entire combat. 7 rounds of combat being blind, that's nuts. And that's terrifying, especially if you don't have a mystic to remove the condition. And you might notice, if you pay attention to our show, that in Season 2, we don't have a mystic. We don't have anyone who can do the remove. I'm playing a Witch Warper, which is the only magic user I think we have. We have a Solarian, but they don't get that kind of stuff. So I hope the Witch Warper does. We'll see. And the final card is this Energy, Whirlwind of Shame. You don't benefit from morale bonuses for 24 hours or until you are cheered up with a successful diplomacy check. Is there anything that makes this game more real for roleplay than a sudden overwhelming bout of self-doubt or anxiety or depression? It's not super positive, but I do love that it gives players a direction and an opportunity to add some unexpected depth to their characters. A lot of people don't look at ways of role playing this kind of stuff, and that's a pretty big negative. I mean, that's really interesting, and it's one of my favorites just because of the interest factor and the amount of role play and character depth you can add. But anyway, that's why I liked it, and those are my favorites. There are a ton more. You should check them out at a cost of about $11. They're a fun addition to your game, and that's my 2 cents on this cute little Critical Fumble deck for Starfinder. I hope you check it out and our Experience Points podcast. You can find our latest episode linked on our website, www.experiencepoints.com. And you can watch us every other Saturday on Twitch starting June 1st. If you catch us on, I think there's 2 left. There's June 13th, and then there's 1 2 weeks after that. We will be giving away this Critical Fumble deck, and we'll be giving away some other Paizo stuff as well as some dice. So check it out. Get on Twitch and watch us, and then maybe you'll be one of our winners. Anyway, until next time.